The big question now is, do we have transcoding? Let's have a look. We do! Hallelujah. We've hit the ground running. Yes, we have. Okay. It is time. Go grab some dailies. Hopefully I haven't completely missed Dio. Does it cycle today or tomorrow morning? Can't remember. Let's get the mission from this chap. I'm here for the elite assignment. The Beast. There you go. How's that mission? Let's go and check. See if we can still pull a Freelancers Inc. mission. That'll be good. Social media? Well, if you insist. Still got a video to release. It's been less than 24 hours since the last one, and even less than that since the last stream. So, yeah, interesting. Nice burn. One of those. That should do nicely. Right, yes, time for social mediaizing. It has been the while since we've been able to do the entire HodorRaid. I'm guessing I'm correct, unless the timetable's changed. I don't think it has. Tell HodorRaid news. Still hasn't been updated since April, so I'm assuming these times are still correct. My time zone is now in UTC, or GMT, as we like to say in the UK, just because, you know, it's one of those. We invented it before UTC, so we're sort of proud of it in Britain. Yes, we are. Let's throw up a few of these on the old bookface social meta hellhole that is. Yes, Mrs. Callost, who's just come out of the bath. Because she wants to test drive the new towels, apparently. So, yes, there we go. Right, okay, we've got all that. HodorRaid. Let's join. We'll go into that one. Yes, we will. And then let's do raid join. There's currently no raid running. I'm a little early. iPande doesn't start until 5, so. Oh, yes, let's go to the live screen. There we go. I is alive on the live screen. Apparently. Yeah, I was planning to stream later and just do the other one. Takochi, guess? Hello, friendo. Oh, hello, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for the Prime sub. I think you're the first person here this evening. Taco guess. Okay. I'm kind of known for utterly mispronouncing written names, especially on Twitch. I'm notoriously bad at it. Yes, I am. Couldn't manage it to save my life. No. God, my inventory's full of junk. Okay, is the Dio dude up? No! Oh, yes, he is. Freelancers dude's up. Let's go to the freelancers, pull from there. Get the do done. I've been watching you for a long time on YouTube. Well, thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. If you look down to the bottom left, you will see a little man in a box. That is me. Hello. Yes. So there you go. The older Carlos too, with messy grey hair and big bloody beard. Mind you, I cut the beard down, so it's not actually as big as it was, but yeah. Join raid, of course. Now, we got the daily for the raid as well. Let's get the freelancers, and we can get the other missions done in between the end of Pandemonium and the beginning of Sector 42, which I'll probably have to do on a different character, because usually they go, no, bring the Keeper. Iraq, welcome to the stream. I just saw you join the raid in game. They haven't changed the time zones yet, so I don't know. I don't know who's sort of makes that decision. They're still showing as they're like an hour earlier for me now, because we're now on UTC. So yeah, it's kind of bonkers. I know. What can you do? So people doing the duels there. May as well run and grab myself the yeah, we'll grab the other regular dailies while we're here. I'm on the old engine right now because I'm going off to do raids and such. And for busy things like that, it's probably a good idea. I'm applying for a job. Straightforward, please. Don't give me a rubbish one. What have you given me? Scooplet Outbreak. Fair enough. I would like an elite assignment. Prisoner, please. There we go. We'll get ourselves to Pandemonium. For a long time. Ever since your first one. Fatty Boars. The original. Yay, Moochums. Dodo Lycan. Or Lincoln. I don't know. I'm guessing at the name. I don't actually know. Yeah, good old Fatty Boy. I still got him. Put alphas on him in the end, you know. And an EOE-I symbiont that I had. When you were figuring out pets. Oh, God. Yeah, it felt like, oh, God, as well when I was doing it. It wasn't that bad, though. I mean, I could cope with it, you know. It was easier, I think. I enjoyed crap more, but with Engie, I had the pets kind of a bit more under control, maybe. Yeah. When I play them now, it feels very simplistic, but, you know, MP still don't like. You need to use pet behind with MP all the bloody time because I don't know if it's my setup or it's the distance I scroll the camera out in third person or what, but they always seem to be in my bloody way. So yeah. No, I can't instacast it yet. Not far off though. Do you remember that moment from the Inferno quest with the Engie and you were running around in circles waiting for the pet snare? Yeah. If it works, I'll do it. That's me. Known for the use of tactics. Anything that'll make it work, basically. Yes, indeed. Oh, I nearly forgot. I need to get a Enforcer's Ring, actually. Should go and do that. He also should. Absolute legend. Well, I try. Big mug of tea. Mail kit. One hand edge buff me plus and Behemoth CSS. Where are you? What have I done there? Adler. Don't know. HodorRaid. I like it when people just randomly send you a tell for buffs. In Pande, where are you? Did you do list while I was running through ICC or something? inside. Can't see the dude. Can't see you, sorry. Inside is a very sort of ambiguous term. Do you mean where? What makes you think I've got one-hand blunt buffs? You know, if you looked at the character, you would go, they won't have one-hand blunt buffs because they're a two-hand blunt player character. I do actually have a few, but yeah. Retfix IBH, yep. I should put myself on a non, but I usually don't. Sky Cannon 2.0, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We are early for the raid, which is unusual. Das Newt, streamer girl. Is that Zoop AO? I believe it could be. It might be. I buffed them anyway. Just on general principle. I see you, I buff you. I think the guy did list and saw 220 Enforcer and just, you know, randomly sent a tell without actually checking whether or not I was there, not there, or, you know, whatever. Throw out the random buffs to everyone, as you do. IBMOS for everyone, except you. You're too low. Nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. I'm doing old school Rubicon missions. Got my MP. Notum Defender Shield. Norton Defender Shield. I thought that was an antivirus or something. Or do you mean Notum? And you got auto-corrected. It doesn't believe you. Yay, NCU, 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 please. I have a feeling I may be tanking, which is okay. I have before. Many a zone is facing the other way and waving their hands, so I'm assuming they want something there. I don't know. Could be. I got 4 hours on this buff. That should be enough. I'm not planning on doing a 4-hour stream. Well, I probably won't use this character in Sector 42 anyway. I've got the feeling that it's probably gonna be, please, can you bring Keeper again? Like last time. I has a feeling it might be. Loch Ness, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How the devil are you? I need to release that video from before. I'll release it at the end of this stream. That would make more sense, I believe. It might. I think I've probably got nano skills out the yin yang, seeing as I've got Moochums and a Wrangle, I think. Yeah, Umbral. All the whatever. Still not 100% sure I'm right with these perks, though. Two-hand blunt. Anyway, Brawler makes sense. Or should it just all go into Colossal Health? I don't know. Form of Troll. Mutate. Don't know, really. Don't know. For the... There's the obvious ones, and then thereafter, I'm not that sure. Still. Autumn Defender. Is it the one-hand blunt shield, yeah? They are good, those. The top one's really, really good. It's like 800 add-all def, which, you know, is rather nice. Yeah, keep getting the defensive ones. You've got a lot more survivability than, you know, much else. Plus, your pets should be getting stronger and stronger and doing most of your damage anyway, so... Smack the beast for me. Well, you know I will. I see a big MP behind me. I now has 8 hours Moochums. Yay! Is all good. We continue the buffet. That one, and then a screen for a bit more health and defense. Harder the better. Yes, we're gonna go and pound the beast. Who misses? Let's have a look on Discord. Is Sav around, or is she busy? You never know. We've got around 15 minutes before we normally start for this, I think. Something like that, anyway. It looks like they're wearing an Advi cloak, but they're an MP. So I'm now curious about what cloak that is. Oh, Virgil's black trench coat. Right. Nice. It is actually really rather good. What they're actually wearing is an Awakened Burden. Awakened Bok build. Also really quite nice. But if you look at the Cloak of the Wandering Knight, it has the same mesh. Pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't say absolutely identical, but pretty much identical. You know. Nirok sporting the other spoils, which are rather nice. I mean, it doesn't match, but that doesn't matter. Still looks really good. The stats on it are, for Soldier, pretty much second to none, really. Yeah, Lupus Oculus used to be a perception buff. So the discs still drop in game and haven't been deleted or renamed, but once you make the actual nano, it turns into the new variant. to the confusion of everybody, basically. Everybody sort of stood around going, what? You did what now? Why would you do that? It really does. It's like, we have no idea why you would do it that way round, but they do. Put some other bits and pieces that are unnecessary away. If I can. Oh, full up in there. Usually put important stuff in that one. Any space in here? Oh, yes, there is. Okay, you can go in there. This is all still bits and pieces from Halloween, and then the last bit you need for Naretva. So really, I should put those in the important slot. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put those in special bag and put these in here. They're not normally in there. Really, those are what should be in there. There we go. Has that made us a little more tidy? Yeah, it certainly has. Okay, that one is full, so it's more Halloween stuff. I can always reclaim these, I think. Even if I can't find them, I can get them again. Those are the ones I'm using. These are all bags that dropped while doing the other stuff. That's my dot ring for pulling. Yeah. What's this one? Oh, XP armor. Yeah. For when I feel like I need XP armor on. Enzaleric, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. It'll be a little quieter on this stream, I think, than last night, which was, it went up into 100 plus. Kind of bonkers. You know, for a little Anarchy Online stream, it's like, what? But much appreciated, obviously. We're bouncing around teams now. We've got about 12 minutes to go. Which tune shall I bring to Pand? Well, what would you like to bring to Pandemonium? We did well with research last night. Yes, we did. We almost finished Flexibility 9. And then the next one gives 25 intelligence. We did most of anger management. Stop there because you got sense, which I wanted, and then vortex of hate is not really worried. So yeah, nice. Hopefully pick up a doja here as well tonight. Keeper, crap. Yeah, just bring what you want to bring, essentially. I mean, what do you want to play this evening? Bring it. Bring big DD on the NT, or if you've got a tune you're working on, bring that. Make sure I'm in the raid. You are already in the raid. Okay. Out of curiosity, how many points have I got these days? I've not been keeping track. 2,000. Yeah, long way to go before we're into AC/DC territory. Anything you want, but it will need to be Atrox female. Well, I'll be Fixer Yumi Himi or something. Yes, there you go. Fixer Userine. Has joined the raid. I can never say that. Fixer Queen. I know it's meant to be Fixer Queen. I'm just... God, I was doing timestamps on the video from last night for YouTube, and so I'm scrolling through. And me reading out names, I can see why people do it just for the lols. Even made myself laugh. I was mispronouncing and misreading the name so badly. I'm terrible. Like, really, really bad. Is the stream a little dark? Feels a little dark. But that is not the shores. Someone's still in the Halloween spirit. They got their polka dot pants on. We're all about the polka dot pants tonight, apparently. My hair's getting too long. It's getting in my eyes. I think the clippers are coming out tomorrow or something. It's all I did last time. I just got the clippers, picked the length I wanted, which was about 1 inch, and just went, that'll do. And to be like the first couple of weeks into lockdown, I was long overdue a haircut then, and I just put the clippers on quite low, like, I don't know, like, no, not that low, like a grade 4 or something. Did the whole head and my beard. Just went, yeah, screw it, that'll do. You know, just because it just didn't matter. It was like, nobody's gonna see, and it's no longer bothering me, you know, so. Oh, they're out of NCU. Do I have NCU buff? I need to check, actually. I don't. Oh, Rhett, why have you forsaken me? Not giving me an NCU buff when clearly it's needed. Tries to use Mongo. Can't Mongo. That's always fun. You can stand over here away from anybody. I can Mongo. That's good. Yes, I know you're not in my team. I'm just waiting for the raid leader to start, you know, team hopping you everywhere. We've got about 5 minutes-ish before we start, I think. Zen's lyric on the unpronounceable Fixer Queen. Better Nano already running. What is this? Only message. Had myself targeted. Actually, the HP buffs are pretty useful on Fixer. Or the Behemoth, because it makes your full auto a bit shorter, and also it makes your self hot a little better. The more HP you have, the more it heals, because it's a percentage. Is it like 8% or something, or 10% of total health tick, or something like that, or 6%? I can't remember now. Let's have a look. Greater preservation. Yeah, 6% of total health, which is quite nice. Repfix 6, yeah, it's a while since I've played my paid fixer, actually. I should dig him out more often and play him, but I don't. I'm terrible. He is quite good, though. He's very usable. I mean, you know, in a pinch, he's pretty bloody good. I'm popping the mic, aren't I? Should be a little more sort of, oh God, no, what have you done now? You've broken it. No, I haven't. It's a very good mic, is this. On a very good shot mount, on a really good arm, etc. Yeah, every 8 seconds instead of every 10, though. So it's like a trade-off almost. But it just depends how much HP you've got. So the more you, like, I think on my fixer, My paid fixer, this is. I think I've actually put enhanced health as a perk line on him. Just to improve that hot. It works quite well, I have to say. 18k, and what am I? Nearly 52k. I haven't got the alphas and such in yet, though. That's coming soon. I did want to get the thigh sorted out first, but we just haven't gone back to Area X for like 2 weeks. We will get there one day. Yes, we will. We waiting on people to join, or people doing other stuff? Someone's looking for informant on a dock. That's a tricky one, because you kind of need a good dock for that. I mean, you can do informant with enforcer, dock, and a crap. You can do the informant these days. Easier with a bunch of other people, obviously, but, you know, you can do it like that. Jimmy D is maybe hoping for a behemoth. There you go. He's got the same head as my MP. I did it first, he said. Like, nah, you didn't. Or I probably didn't, you know. Now I am the enforcer in Team 1. I'm guessing I'm tanking. Nobody's actually said anything, but I'm kind of assuming. Yes. I would have thought the with the daylight savings this weekend in America or whatever. We had it last weekend in the UK. Europe, this is the last time they're doing it in Europe, I think. They voted to just stop bothering with all that nonsense. I don't know, where are they setting it then? Are they going to set 1 hour ahead or 1 hour behind, you know, or are they setting to UTC? I haven't really taken a look. I should, really. Because what that could mean is if Britain doesn't follow through and do the same, which we should, then Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland will have different time zones. Oh, that would just be stupid. You know, everyone crossing the border at a certain time of year for an extra beer before the pub's shut, you know. Callers. We will do the callers. There we go. Callers are in. That's what we like. Target is not in line of sight. Come here. There we go. Pounding the crap out of the Yutto survey dog. Got to pay attention now, everybody. I am a tank. La 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 la. And my NCU is filled again. Oh my god, that winds me up. Don't give me buffs unless I bloody ask for them, for Christ's sake. Because it's like so sodding difficult to get rid of them as well. The same thing happened last time. I was like, don't fill my NCU. Don't never fill the tank's NCU. It's stupid. If the tank can't tank, guess what? Yeah, well, if I can't hit Mongo in a swarm of ads, guess what? Don't blame me if you die, if you're one of the people that buff me a ton of crap. You know, because, please don't. It is the annoying. Please don't do. NCU Inc. That'll do nicely, thank you. Yay! Got the doja right away. Nice. Yeah, it is kind of like it's stupid, you know. People need to chill on random ups. Yeah, if you fill the Keeper's NCU, nobody cares. It doesn't really matter. Unless you're fighting Eumenides. If you fill the Enforcer's NCU, they can't Mongo. So they've got to individually taunt every single mob. And if you know, find that you've got 30 mobs hitting on you and you're dying, well, it's your own fault for, you know. Why it's part of the game, I don't know, but to cast Mongo Demolish, which is the top one, needs 56 NCU. And if I ain't got it, I can't do it. So, clicks, don't do it. It's funny on the Keeper because there's no downside, you know. Giving me stuff like, God knows, I've had all sorts of crap. You know, giving me stuff like burst and whatever. Yeah, it's funny on the Keeper, and it's not going to do any sort of damage really, but it can wipe an entire raid otherwise. So, please no. If we could not, that would be great. Thank you very big. Visuals Arrow Guide. Oh, 25 to bow. That's nice. You know, like all these ads now is like my job to pull them onto myself, because there's a doc who's monitoring, you know, any HP on me. So they're not chasing after you. Is the Enforcer's job. Bring them all with me. Seem to have lost the ones over here. Come on. Some of them won't run far enough. Big meanie, oi. What? You need to do a 12-man soon to save a HUD spot. Yes, you're not kidding. I need to get lots of stuff done. Yes, I do. All I need to do now on this toon is work on it. You know. And then all good. But yeah, I am wasting a HUD slot having both parts of the nano deck in 2 halves instead of using 2. Then I want DB3 bracer and Guardian HUD item. That's got to go on there. Pande raid without everybody leeted up. Unheard of. Yes, I know what you mean. That used to be the case, but as you can see, 75 FPS at the moment. And welcome to the stream, Sergey. Oh God, Sergey Russell. Welcome on in. You're lucky getting 8. Oh God, yeah. In the old days, yeah. When we had single core processors and, you know, all the other stuff. God, it used to be hard. Like beyond the pale sort of thing. Always the way. I can never get over that bit. There's no point jumping in here and pounding away before the enforcer gets here, unless you're okay with that much aggro. There's probably a few keepers here who are like, lol. Like, what do you mean? 1/3 of death in Pande was lag related. Yeah, kinda was. You were lucky to get to the beast room with 2/3 of the team you started with. Always, it was just nuts. Oh, I remember the days well. I remember being annoyed on my advi as well. They said, right, buff everyone into elite form, so I'd stand there and I'd be buffing everybody. I'd get everyone buffed. And then I'd buff myself into, you know, like Kitty or Wolf or whatever. And they'd go, no, you as well. I'd be like, what? No, no. All on me, all the big on me. Does ClickSaver still work? Yeah, I believe so. I don't actually use it myself. You can probably get the Demon Pet fairly quickly. Probably on GMI as well. Because once you can cast the first one, you just keep going and getting higher and higher buffs until you max it out at like 200 or whatever. I don't know who's fighting the hizzy behind me, or is it in front of me? Oh, it is in front of me. I'm kind of watching going, why haven't I got all the aggro? What's going on? Used ClickSaber yesterday. There you go. Definitely still working. Which is what we like to hear. Yes, it is. You looked earlier, it wasn't on GMI. Oh well. You could put a buy order in for it, I suppose. Can't remember what quality level the Nano itself is, but sometimes it's hard to hit the right mission level to get it. It's usually plus or minus 10% or something like that, so, you know. Quality 189. I could probably roll that on my Fruit Fixer pretty quick, I think. Yeah, put a buy order in, somebody will fill it in 30 minutes. Probably, yeah. Hunters of the Scorpio. What were they like? Pants. No, they're not. They're useful. Got little buffs on them if you need them. Yeah, there's people that are rolling nanos, you know, all of their playtime virtually. And they just jump, yeah, do buy orders 25mm plus, yep. Some people just search buy orders all day and fulfill them, you know, as a means of making money. Tis a play style. The rock. Hi. I'm on a blind date. Oh God. Seems I have 6 on MUMP. Oh, there you go, Sky Cannon. Your demon wish has been fulfilled already. Loch Ness has them floating about. Daylight 97, welcome to the stream. Daylight subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 9 months. My God, hasn't the time flown? Thank you very big for the resub. Are you back? Are you back in the cold again? Oh, back in the cold. It's like 13 degrees centigrade here. So, still t-shirt weather, technically. Someone's pew-pewing on... Had to run in and catch aggro there. Someone jumped in a little quick. Otherwise, yeah, all kinds of problems with him. Aye, Malice, aye, Malice, aye, Malice, aye, Malice. All the eye Malice. And then... oh, lag. We don't want that kind, we don't want the lag. No, we don't. We want all the bandwidth. Trying to keep track, make sure I'm the player with the aggro. Mars double belt of red power. Don't really need stamina strength belt on this character, I don't think. My wife went, tell my wife on Netflix I need the bandwidth. No, we've got the bandwidth for that kind of thing. It's if I saturate the upload, then because it's the asynchronous DSL. Still. We will get to proper FTTP here, but we don't have it yet. And given where we live, we do pretty well on broadband here. In fact, we got broadband here before some of my friends over in Englandshire got it in towns there. Much bigger towns as well. Yeah, it's about 13, 14 degrees today, so t-shirt weather. I feel like my shoulders have been shoved backwards, you know. I need to readdress my desk in some fashion or other. And get it all to work properly. Yeah, if I sort of relax it and let my shoulders drop to a natural level, it's kind of like my elbows want to be lower than the desk is. So I think the chair's too low, basically, is the conclusion I have drawn. I can't do much about that. The thing doesnn't go any higher. It's either that or the desk is too high. Quite an old desk though. Could be time for another one day. The thing is, right pain in the arse to swap it out now. And it would have to be a big enough desk that I can get the kitchen counter on the back of it for all the gear that's on here. The redonkulous amounts. People will insist on running ahead of the enforcer and just aggroing things. It's in your nature to destroy yourselves. Now time to work out if I can cast it at low level. You should be able to, yeah. I've seen level 60 twinks with quality 200 pet. Which is, and agents as well, which is kind of nuts, but I think they drain up as well. That wasn't me pulling the ones behind, that was somebody running behind. Raid instruction. Don't pull everything. And then someone runs in front of the enforcer into the other mobs and then runs back with them. I stopped at a reasonable distance from him. It wasn't me. And the only reason I'm hitting on him at all is to make sure I keep aggro. You will do it. You might have to get... don't forget to get the HUD item from OFAB for nano skills, etc. You should be able to do it, I think. Might have to do a bit of twinkage and get some buffs and such, but yeah, you should be able to. Someone's managed to turn on follow cam. You can't turn it off. I think it's Shift F8 if I remember, but I could be wrong. Geronimo! Into the abyss. Proc reminder. iPande. First time from the viewer. This game is still around. Rhetorical question? Yes, 20 years. Had the 20th anniversary this summer. Everyone runs up an alphas. One of those old games that's better. Well, it's actually better than most people remember it. They come back and, you know, have a fuller understanding of all the mechanics, plus all the sort of updates and changes over the years, and the game they remember is greatly improved. They come back and go, God, I don't remember it being this good, but now I understand the mechanics better. And all the quality of life patches and improvements to nanos and items, and still a hell of a lot of game for the money. I mean, I have played many other games, but I always come back to this one. Oh, Mongo. Mongo all the things. Mop them up. I'm nowhere near any. And warped by the beast. Still enjoy EverQuest, so I'm not knocking it. Yeah. That's it. I never played the original EverQuest. I played a bit of EverQuest 2, but I just felt like I was overwhelmed by it, you know? just one of those where I was like, oh my god. And, you know, I think AO is more my speed. You know, the science fiction setting, etc. Yeah, it's horses for courses. I still love, like, Skyrim, The Witcher, you know, all manner of stuff. So, you know. But yeah, EverQuest was, what was it, second ever MMO? Something or other online was the very, very first. And then EverQuest, then Anarchy Online, and then everybody else. I remember laughing in the face of someone that came onto the stream once. We're saying, yeah, but they copied all that from WoW. And I was like, how did they copy it when they came out with it 5 years before, or 4 years before WoW did? And they were like, what? I was like, yeah. No, WoW was the first MMO. No, it bloody wasn't, not by a long shot. It was like embarrassing. I was embarrassed for them. Yes, I was. Ultima Online, then EverQuest, yeah. But EverQuest is, you know, enshrined as one of the very first. And then after EverQuest was AO. The first science fiction MMO. But that's it. There's like the old MMOs are based around socializing with people, making friends and talking to people in game and doing things together. Because modern MMOs are ignore everyone, join a team finder, get the gear you want, generally be a dick to everyone. You know, it's just like shame. And daily, there's the research done. Exodus TV, Asheron's Call was before. What year was Asheron's Call? Anyone know? Don't actually know. So, yeah. Already got a burden on this tune, so running through. Gonna hand in this Doja as well. I'll do it after the raid though. Yeah, Asheron's Call could be. That was a Funcom game as well though, wasn't it? Did that release before or after AO? I have to Google it. See if Google's got the actual release dates. 1999, yeah, then it's before. 2001, July 2001. Or June. Is it June or July? I can't remember. I think it's July. For Anarchy. 2001 anyway. So, yep. So Asheron's Call got in there before. June 1st. Was it June 1st? I was in the 2-week beta for Anarchy Online, by which time I was already kind of like, well, hey, this is awesome despite all the bugs. 27th of June, yeah. That sounds more correct, actually. June 27. I think that's probably when I rolled my very first character. We weren't allowed to keep our beta characters. There was much ado about that on the original Orange forums before they went like dark, and then those got changed about 4 times, and the latest iteration of the forums is... It's a shame it doesn't have all the old posts on it from the original ones. But, you know, they had to keep updating the forum software backbone because, you know, over the years it just becomes incredibly vulnerable to everything, basically. And now we go back and do it all over again. Because of course we do. Only this time, it's real pandemonium. Who won their Bok? I missed it. Shoulder pads. Yasina won them. Congrats. Loving the AO website, really is a blast from the past. Oh yeah. Some of it's very janky looking by today's standards. Right, so Flexibility 10, Psychomodern now, the big one in telly for 25. Nice. Yes, you may hear some fireworks, etc. this evening. Today is the official, like the main town does the big display on the nearest Sunday usually. Oof, Netflix has crashed, or are you re-logging to go and grab a star? I've still got, and I think it's up in the attic, I've still got the original, like, map and everything. I've got the Shadowlands disc, the Alien Invasion discs. Bought two because we had two accounts, so it was just the way it worked. It was weird. But, yeah, I took for the full game, I took the original release. I got the download offer. And it was like 26 quid, so what, $30-ish. $34, $35, something like that anyway. Join the raid, pretty sure I'm in it. You are already in the raid, yes. And the latecomers coming along. En's Lyric has come on, Nuki McNukeface. In the Shinbreaker vehicle. Web archive, the website 1996. Whose website in 1996? Oh, during development or something. Telnet to Anarchy Online, BBS or dial in. You're supposed to do the new engine or what? No. I'm using the old engine right now because we're doing a big raid. So, and I'm the tank, so definitely want to be stable, you know, rather than leave everyone in the lurch. This is the old engine, but you can run the old engine at any resolution you want now with a simple mod. Both engines work. You get better frames per second still on the old engine. The new engine is completely unoptimized and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, your account, you can be on a free account using the new engine. The new engine's not, I mean, it's got the exact same textures, so it's not actually, at a glance, doesn't look that different. But when you put them side by side and see the differences in bump mapping and lighting and the God rays and colour and all the rest of it, yeah, it definitely looks different. But it bugs out on certain items. Like, see, Carlito's got that silver briefcase there. In order to make it look silvery on the old engine, they added a light source to it, which you don't normally see. But on the new engine, you do. It lights up and casts shadows on things. It's bizarre. So there's a lot of optimization still needed, but it's, it's in perpetual beta, so we're maybe never going to see it. I don't know. Anarchy Online for the little anarchist in all of us on the top of that website. Yeah, that's before I even got involved with Anarchy Online. I got involved with the beta and kind of have been here ever since. Took a couple of breaks here and there. But Like when my son was born, things like that, you know. Just, I couldn't play. I was just exhausted all the time. I was working every day. And then, like, logging into game, I'd be like, I've had 2 hours sleep. You know, useless. So I just took a break for, like, a few months, and then I'd come back for a weekend and disappear again for another couple of months. Things like that for a while. But 2015, I kind of, well, 2013, really, I came back proper. And been back ever since then, really. But it wasn't until I started making the videos and everyone said, make a new, yeah, do a new character build thing or whatever, or... Actually, I think I came up with that. Yeah, let's build a toon. It was like, right, everybody vote and I'll make a toon kind of thing. And that toon kind of became iconic and I just carried on. So this is the last one now. This is number 12 of the Let's Build series, every class covered. I came back from hospital after giving birth. Been gone for a few days, and basically the first message was, get your ass here, we're doing the mercs and we need you. Yeah. Yeah, the first couple of years are very intense. My fave Let's Build has to be Fatty. Yeah. Well, he's the original. He's the original before I'd kind of really got my head around the format as, you know, something to make and entertain with. So there was a lot of... it's not a Let's Play, that's the thing. It's not the sort of game where you roll... Well, you could role play it. You know. I just don't. I just play as, you know, myself rather than try and RP in the game. But you definitely could do. You definitely could do, like, RP type content. I tried doing it with Skyrim and whatnot, and it's hard to stay in character for me. Thank you, eventually. Got through. So yeah, this is the original engine, only I'm running it at 2K, 14, you know, 2560 by 1440. Or 1440p, as it's kind of become known, I suppose. So, you know. But I'm only streaming at 1080, so you get a sort of different look, I suppose. You won't get any aliasing or anything like that. No, I did. I handed over the... I was the president, like quite an active president of a very active Storm at the time, and they were like, it's too much, mate. You know. So passed lead and bowed out for a little while. It's all good. We're going to get the dailies done in the in the recess, the intermission, so to speak. So this is real Pande now, tougher mobs and all the rest. Yes, I'm in front. Bring all the mobs, bring all the mobs. Come with me. Where are you? You're up there. Let me clicky on him. There we go, Leo. Running in and just mongoing everything like a loon. Best way. I'm just keeping my eye on Leo, make sure he's aggroed just on me. the mobs do hit harder here, for sure. Give the dock a bit of a breather, I'll use bio. Yeah, in fact, I enjoyed that Let's Build. It was quite a good learning process as well for keeping the videos interesting, etc. By the end of it, I'd kind of settled into like feeling quite comfortable just being myself, instead of feeling like, I think when most people, they start out doing that kind of thing, they kind of have a oh, I have to talk like this, or people aren't going to listen, and then you realise actually, you know, as people like Quentin Tarantino have clearly shown, good dialogue in things is the most natural sounding. And 10 Froobs too. Quite a few did a Froob Fixer playthrough. GA4 Fixer. Did an NT, did an MA. Did a couple of Froob ones, but I kind of get frustrated with Froob because I'm so used to paid. So in the back of my mind, I was going, oh yeah, but if I was on paid, I could do this, or I could use that, or, you know, that kind of thing. So you kind of constantly like, feeling like, you know, unnecessary restriction is being applied. Level 68. Get some bigger implants in, or symbionts even, and you should be good. I can't remember when I got a demon on mine, but it was quite early on my paid MP. It's good fun as well. It was probably more fun at lower levels than higher levels for me. Most pet classes are sort of like that. You hit the doldrums in like the 150s because you catch up to the same level as your pets, and there's no higher pets available. But when you're low, you can be like level 60 in the temple with a level 200 demon, and you just, you know, it's a massive power trip really. It is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm running the new engine through a program called DG Voodoo 2, so I can run it in DX 11 mode, which is a lot lighter on the system, funnily enough. Right side, use the walls. On me, uglies. Get all the mobs stuck. Any more mobs incoming? Let's catch them. I'm gonna start moving on. Not sure if the Zodiac is actually up. I can't see it yet. Not seeing one. No, nope, it's up. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Kelso has reached enlightenment. Congrats. Gemini, have an eye, Malice. Yeah, usually with pack classes, the mid levels sort of, I guess, like 130 to 205. Oh, Same pet. What's the next pet? It's level locked. God damn it. I could easily cast that now with buffs and whatnot, you know, but you can't have it. It's kind of a shame. It's something I'd like to see reworked, really, for pet classes. Take some of the, you know, or reduce some of the level locks, maybe. To zoom in a bit for the next wall run. It's difficult to sort of see what the hell you're doing when your character's like this big. Gemini's double band of linked information. Sense agility, useful. Be nice to take the level locks off Sims. Yeah, people's twink builds would just be insane. They really would. You've seen how far people will go with just implants, like level 41 toon with, you know, like something ridiculous like level 150 and 160 implants and stuff. God, can you imagine a twink with level 160 symbionts in a couple of the slots? That would just be so overpowered. It's probably why they put them on them. I mean, like, if you took the Syndicate Brain level restriction off, you could probably get that on really quite a low level. The stats on that are really quite low compared to most other symbionts with the you know, the abilities they had. Savik, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How the devil are you? I are a tank. La 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 la. Everybody runs ahead. It's just a thing. They always do it. IR pure damage, yeah. I'm just keeping my eye on where the boss's aggro is at. Making sure it doesn't lift. You sound awesome in my car speakers. That's good to know. You have to upgrade your headphones so they sound at least as good. Exodus TV has stormed the original clan from the release of the game. Yes. The very first guild in Anarchy Online. Because guild form didn't bloody work. So a GM had to make the guild manually. And literally just said, congrats. Taurus loop, free for all, straight to the mid. Doing, 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 doing again, and way, come on, go. Capricorn, get one of those on him, and had a nice. I fight that guild with Dork Carnival. God, yeah, I remember them. They were the guild that was disbanded by the GMs, weren't they? For all the griefing, ninja looting, and general poor behaviour. They live in infamy. I do remember that. Car has 17 speakers. Headphones have 2. True. Yeah. Dork Carnival. I think it was that. I'm not sure. Oh no, it was Midnight Reveries. That's the guild. Wasn't you. Wasn't you. The only guild to be forcibly disbanded by the GMs and all the leadership banned from the game for life. I can remember it now. I remember the post on the forums about an hour before the GMs took action. Back when we had GMs, they were on there going, "Oh, our tactics, etc., bring, you know, entertainment. It's not drama; it's entertainment we're bringing to the game." Oh, you know, they sounded like that character Jim Stephanie Sterling came up with the, you know, the the big like 17th century wig and silk sleeves and all that. They sounded like that. Anyway, we're going back to a raid, don't you know? We're enriching the game for everyone. And like an hour later, they didn't exist. That was just brilliant. The York City went, all the gear in all the shops in the city, gone. The York Bank, gone. All the leadership, gone. About half the guild got banned. Oh, it was funny as hell. And yet they still kept their forum accounts. That was just the daftest thing. But Dark Carnival, yeah, I remember. Remember Dark Carnival. Wasn't Fingers in that guild? He was like the NT professional at the time. He was a funny guy. Yeah, apparently I sound awesome in a car. There you go. I should be on the radio so people can listen to me doing, you know, what do they call it? Drive time radio. For everybody coming home from work, etc. So if you literally just landed and got in your car and you're driving home, or you're back driving to work already or something like that. His Finger's still around? No. For years he's on some completely different character. It was back in the very old days. He was adamant, you know, this is the way you set up and build an NT. All other types of methods of playing are wrong, and if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. And he was really quite funny. The arguments on the old forums, oh my god, they were hilarious. You know, I didn't play NT, so it didn't really matter to me. But, just everyone used to just read the threads that happened just because they were just so funny. It was like the NT professional kind of thing. But, oh yeah, I used to get some stick. There we go, we got you. Keep mongoing. Pull all the fun stuff to me. It just runs in from everywhere, doesn't it? That's way outside the range of Mongo. Like 20 meters Mongo, I think. 20 meters, 25? Way beyond. It still come running in. I'm sure that's somebody shooting them in or something like that. Yeah, he was a funny guy. I liked him. you know, I didn't have to deal with him. I did kill him in PvP once. He didn't realise he'd stepped into gas. It was in the old days, you didn't get the big thing saying, you know, you're in a 25% zone, blah, 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 blah. It didn't come up. It was at some standoff at a tower battle and he just stepped into gas and I looked. Thought, he's inside the gas, I'm sure he is. Because I knew we were. So I just, on my little melee Adby, altered him and killed him. Because he's just totally not expecting it. He was in the middle of one of his you're all wrong and splat remains of. I took a screenshot. I kind of wish I still had it as well. That would be something. I don't know who ran up the stairs, but could you not? You go up when you're told time to go up. Only one game not at Pande, I need a transfer from him. Have you not got a Froob account? So you can, like, do your own little transfers? That's why most people make a little Froob, just so they can do that. Yeah, I would definitely do it, just because it's just so convenient. Nobody set up, why we all run it? Yeah, exactly. We're a little ahead there. Don't be doing that. You run ahead while the raid leader's still trying to divvy out bits of loot or what have you. That's a no-no. We don't do that. No. You can dual log from one install. You just log in with a different, account that you've created, and then you can run both. Not a silly question, because some games would force you to do that. Well, when you create a Froob account, just so you've got a mule for transferring bits and pieces. Like everybody does. Oh, I want to pass this item from big character to lowly character now I've found it, or, farmed it, or, whatever. You definitely can. I'm not sure who's running ahead and pulling, but somebody is. There we go, we're on him. Yeah, having a spare Froob account just for transfers and whatnot is recommended. Can't trust yourself, who can you trust? You know, so for transferring monies and items, and also depends what you make. I mean, I would say best kind of Froob mule is something like an agent and level them up a bit as well so they can give you buffs, various buffs, etc. instead of running around looking for them. That can be very handy as well. Some people do that. But then, of course, you're going through the rigmarole of levelling up the tune, but some people do. Or a fixer. Yeah, a fixer's always good, so you can go and blitz stuff for yourself instead of kind of waiting on, you know, whatever. But, you know, up to you, but I would at least get like a level, no, low B, level 10 thing straight out of a REIT and park it where you hang out and call it done. Yeah, and all of that stuff. No, he's got his flex up. But I am still holding him. Auto attack for the win. Drain him. Go. Grand Theft Humidity for the win. Every time. That was quite good. We got a daily out of this as well. I mean, you know, there's those that would argue, no, actually you do need a ton more loot from this. I was just thinking about what you were saying with 17 speakers in the car. Some vehicle audio systems are bloody good now. You know, not like the old days, you had a radio with a speaker at the bottom. When I started driving, my first car was made in like 1976 or something. You know, I bought it, it was an old banger of a car when I bought it, but, you know. That didn't matter to me, it was my car, you know. But yeah, the radio it came with was like, it had FM, but mono, and AM, medium flavour. Hey Rock, why are you spanking the beast when there's ads? Should be spanking the ads. Because I am spamming I'm Alice like there's no tomorrow. You has the aggros. I know keepers do a ton of damage though. That's what you get for doing a big old alpha. It's not letting you do it. Do what? Create a new character. Need a new account to log in on a different character. You can't log two characters on the same account except for like 30 seconds on a server ghost to buff them, but that's about it. You might need to use a different email or something like that. But, you know, literally that's about it. Right, beast down, number 2. Thanks for raid age. Why am I... God. Same email works. Yeah, possibly. I can't remember. I think I always use different ones, or maybe it changed, or... I don't know. Yeah, my first car had a little AM/FM radio. I think it had shortwave on it as well, you know. And a single speaker underneath it, which was oval shaped. But it made sound, and I could tune in to stuff. I remember upgrading it to a tape player and modern, you know, stereo FM radio, and being like, woo, and putting better speakers in, and, you know, so on and so forth. Really cool. Someone else won one of those. Right, we've got the Scooplet Outbreak and the other one. So talk to Warden Staines. Right, need to leave and leave. Right, so we got plenty of time now. We've got like 50 minutes to get 2 simple dailies done, maybe get a doja while we're about it. I'm thinking, yeah, I think we're going to be fine. We're not going to have an issue there. Oh, the wonderful music. Warden Staines, it's me again. At your service. I am here for the diseased prisoner. Goodbye. Did I not buff fast attack? Apparently I didn't. And we're on old engine, so I'll go the short route. Yes, fix a grid is faster, I know. But, you know, we're okay. We can manage. Southern Artery Valley. It used to be called Outpost 10-3 on the Wampa. And they changed it for reasons. Also got Doji to hand in already. When we get a t'other one, that'd be even better. Get the Inferno one and the Pand one both handed in. Win-win. Alright, I'm gonna go auto. Get my now empty cup and put some water in it. Okay. And we're back. Hopefully I wasn't too long for everybody. I would imagine not. What is the betting? The prisoner is dead and we're going to have to wait around. I'm thinking quite possibly. Yep. What's the timer? 70 minutes. Oh, it's only a couple of minutes. That's not bad. That's handy, Harry. Stick it in the oven. I don't remember what advert that was, but it was quite funny. At the time. Pre-nullity field for another 14 minutes. Nice. Not, but you really need it for the prisoner at this stage. Yeah, the old engine through DG Voodoo 2 double renders frames, so you end up with astronomical numbers like nearly 200. But it does feel like 200 when you're looking at it. That said, I'm only streaming at 1080p 60 FPS because it's Twitch and Twitch has its own thing and, you know. How is the chat? Are you well? Are you okay? I may yet need to trim the tash even more. Still getting, still getting, like everything I drink is getting in there, so to speak. It was worse before. And I looked it up and there is a thing you can buy for while you're eating and drinking with a massive tash called a snood. Which is kind of cool. 210 shade. There you go. Called Poke something. There you go. Have one of those and have CS as well. There you go. Bit closer for the brawl. It's funny, brawl is its own little weapon, so to speak. No matter the range of the weapon you have, brawl is kind of defined, or seems to be defined by its own little rules. It's kind of weird. It's like an invisible weapon. Yes, Shade's delight. Can backstab all they like. No fear, the mob is going to turn round on them. With the Enforcer. I think we're probably fairly certain of getting this down, and then Scooplet Outbreak's kind of annoying on melee tunes, but we'll be alright. Yeah, I need to get rid of that off there, just because. Give me one of those, and then Challenger time. Time to do a big. There we go, should be fine. Did you get locked out on your nano skills for a few seconds? I'm off. See you all later. Oh, see you later, Enzleric. Sorry I missed that. For the prisoner mission now, after the very first one, where you would, you know, the old way, I know what you mean, you used to get the mission and then delete it until you got the one you wanted. For the very first time you do the mission, it still makes you do that. Every time afterwards, you go blah blah blah, and it gives you a drop-down menu for every single prisoner. So you just pick the one you want, basically. Right, okay. Back to thing. Yeah, there's a lot of quality of life. No. God, that was weird. Yeah, there's a lot of quality of life, little improvements they added to AO over the years like that. A lot of them were down to people asking Monsieur to do it, and Monsieur was like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. And he'd just do it, you know. But he started off as a player, I think, so he kind of understood where you were coming from with, look, it's not changing the game. You know, all it is this. You know, we're just taking out an unnecessary, you know, aggravation from here, there, or wherever. Right. Same computer, same executable. Logging the fruit fixer to give myself a fixer grid. And you can't see that because I'm capturing the game window. You will sort it later. I'm sure you can do it. Is it just not letting you create the account kind of thing? You know, a free account. It should do. I did with these. I mean, I did it a long time ago, but I'm sure you can still do it. There's no kind of restriction on that. Have grid space as well. And there we go. Fix the grid time. Right, and I'll just tab back to the fixer. I'm going to run him away from standing right next to the grid because that's always fun. You do that on a fixer, you know about it. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Can I have? Right, here we jolly well go. Level 9, isn't it? Is it? I think it is. Deep Artery Valley to the right. It's just one part-time Monsieur, just part-time, apparently, is all that's there now, so. So all the dungeons we've had since, what we've had Pyramid of Home, had the Temple of the Three Winds high-level raid added, and the subway. He's done all of those on his own, part-time. But it's still Monsieur that's actually doing it. But he's only allowed to do it part-time. Like, not even in a really sort of official capacity where he comes and posts on the things. Sour Gen still does the testing. That's good. In Sourden used to be CZ or CZ. Yeah, it's someone. I know he's on the Discord as well, but I thought it was him. Formerly known as Shadow God. Oh, Dreamagram, that's it. Thank you, Savik. Yay. Right, little Scooplet, die. I haven't got all day. No running off. Get back here. You little git. You're going to make me wait for the next one now. It is. It is being a pain in the bottom. Ah, there we go. Soft thud. I remember when Mitch was on test. I do. He was there during the... He took over halfway through the new engine beta. The first thing we said to him is, can we not have auto on this server? Because, you know, for the last year, people have just been trying to level up to go and try the high-level stuff and see how the changes play out there, and it's bloody difficult. And he went, yeah, No idea why you didn't have that. Janelle. Just didn't want to know. It was like she got handed the project and just didn't want it. And it kind of showed. Because 6 weeks after... Well, the 1 week after Monsieur took over, there was like 10 times as many posts about, oh, this doesn't quite tally with that, and this doesn't work here. And when you're in Shadowlands, this happens in, you know. Whereas when Janelle was doing it, not really. She came up with some pretty horrible ideas as well. She made tutoring devices no drop. It's like, but why? It was just so annoying. It was like, why would you even do that? Funcom is still in Norway, but AO isn't. No. I like that one. Yes. Me doing the, I'm sucking it in. I'm sucking it in. Yeah. They did Asheron's Call though, didn't they? Wasn't that one of theirs? Or am I misremembering? Asheron's Call was them, wasn't it? That was Funcom as well. And yeah, they were heavily subsidised by the Norwegian government. Turbine. Ah, right. Wasn't... What was the other game they came up with before AO then? Because it wasn't their first ever game. It was their first MMO, I think. I'm not sure. Goodbye. Say goodbye to him. Mitch thought it would be funny to warp Lobies to the beast. Oh, he does things like that occasionally. Yes, he's a very amusing man. Alright, to get these handed in. The longest journey, that was it. Yeah. Went whizzing past Sky Cannon there on our MP. Right, number 1. Agent, mission complete. Goodbye. High and by, yep. And can I have my reward now? Boom. Right, let's go hand in the Pande Doja. I've probably got time to farm a Inferno Doja as well, as long as it doesn't take too long. The only way to play Asheron's Call nowadays is on a crappy, incomplete emulator. Kind of a shame. And I'm also kind of glad that, you know, Funcom took the decision to keep Anarchy Online running. Is it not actually running as an official game now, Asheron's Call? Or we talking at cross purposes? We mean the longest journey or whatever, or... They shut down years ago. Ah, right. Trying to remember, but it was on an agent from Stormer reached level 200 first. Was that you? No. No. Was not me. I didn't roll a serious agent for a long time. You're probably thinking of Kinkster's Alt. Or somebody like that. Right, that's completed the freelancers, which will now also go and hand in. Wolf, no, Wolf was an enforcer. He didn't have an agent. Kinkster had an agent who he played as an Omni for a very long time, and nobody knew. He kept it quiet. He just wanted to play on the other side to see what it was like, you know. That was his thinking was, well, I'm missing out half the game otherwise. Cortez, yeah. That's Kink's other tune, basically. He's got a few others. He is back in game as well, believe it or not. He doesn't log on very often, but he comes back and does. Just a ganking agent, he would lose 1v1 sustained build. No, he didn't. He did extremely well. He didn't just gank either. Although everybody went, gank me, gank me. He did a lot of ganking, but he ganked people that artificially farmed their PvP rank because he hated that. So he'd find them and gank them. Yeah, he was one of the first agents I ever saw that also used sneak attack as well as a rifle. He'd swap over and do both. He was bloody lethal. Right. Do I go and get a Inferno Doja as well? Nah, it's going to take forever for that. Okay, so I'm going to log over to the Keeper, because that's pretty much what I'll get asked to bring for Sector 42 over this anyway. Yeah, Wolf never had an agent, I don't remember anyway. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Aristophane has reached enlightenment. January 31st, 2017, last day of Acheron's call. He used to PvP all the time. He was a big fan of PvP. But what he didn't like is people who go in a backyard and keep killing each other. Wolf, yeah, he was the one of the original leaders. He was the president when I joined. He was an enforcer. Solitus Enf with a Queen Blade and that, but he left pretty early after AI came out. He was just bored of the game, but he's one of the original, you know, the originals. Yeah, he was an enforcer. Good one as well. I don't know if you guys can hear all the big fireworks going off in the background. They sounds like bloody mortar. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, the early days of Storm, there'd be like 60 to 80 actives on at any time. So Noten Wars was a hell of a lot of fun. Storm would turn up and it was just like game over. It was awesome. And went back and forth quite a bit as well. Now, when people started using AO Sharp and, you know, and whatever the software was at the time, and then boxing and PvP, that's when I just went, I'm out. Done. Not interested. Walked away from it. Yeah. The heyday out for me was when Strom was running kind of most of the Noten Wars stuff. But Storm was big enough at the time to just be its own faction anyway. It was nuts. I don't know if you guys can hear that through the noise gate. No, it's catching it. Trank was renamed to Punk. Oh, God. Can't believe Storm lasted this long and still going. The very first guild in AO and still here. Yeah. Kind of nuts. Yeah, they brought drama and and entertainment. Yeah, until the GMs disbanded the guild and banned all the leadership. We were talking about that about an hour ago. They were funny, but it was their, you know, they did the Jim, Stephanie Sterling. No, you don't understand. What we're doing isn't griefing, dear children. No, we're entertaining. We're providing content for the game. And yeah, Ninja looting a Bok is great for you. It's not great for everyone else, mate. So yeah, I remember them. I remember how funny it was when they got banned, though. Oh, all the forum drama afterwards. Because the last thing they posted on the forums was like, no, Funcom won't do anything to us. We're far more important and blah, blah, blah. You know, this really up your own arse attitude. And the GMs just went, no, you're not. You're a bunch of cheats and malcontents, and you're making the game worse, and we've disbanded your organisation and banned you. Goodbye. It's just the best thing ever. Like, literally an hour after that, this really long post, and the post stayed because they didn't delete the forum accounts, just banned them. Oh, it was funny though. After all this, they won't do anything to us because we're doing this. You know, you just needed the wig and everything else. If you don't know who I mean and you've never seen him doing it, hang on. So I'm going to find a picture of him. It's one of Jim stroke Stephanie's creations. He's just so funny. Yeah, someone's even done the... Yeah, that'll do. What a brilliant, brilliant creation. I am the elite gamer, don't you know? What does he call him? He gave him a name and everything. He's like a character he's just created. Hang on, I'm going to share that with you on the stream if I can do that. New... I can't remember the name of the character, but he's just brilliant. And ever since he created them, I've just been like, there you go, that's them. They're like, oh no, we're providing entertainment. Yes, we are. And you simple plebeians that you'll be glad to have us ninjaing loot and being griefers and getting you killed. Yes, we should. Yep. Pretty much about the size of it. And it was just like, goodbye. I don't know. Do you remember Janeric? No. Opifex Trader. Janeric. I remember Janeric and thinking it was a cool name. I think I've seen them. Do you still play them? Because I'm sure I remember Generic. Because generic, you know. It's kind of a cool name to get. Yeah. I remember Storm at Tara. My God, that used to get nuts. I think I might even have an old screenshot of that somewhere. God, where the hell would that be now? Back in the day. This is where ninja looting and stuff took place as well. You know, you haven't won anything, managed to run down and ninja something off Tara or whatever. When it was only Tara, there was nothing else added to it. See if I can find the picture for you guys. Hang on. Oh God, where would it be? I'm sure I've got it on my hard drive somewhere. Really old 4x3 screenshot, you know? From back in the day. Looking, I'm looking on the other monitor at the moment, going through a bunch of bloody screenshots. It's my own fault. I've probably pulled it into Streamlabs before now. Only I've not renamed it as anything, so I can't find it now. Kaboom. God, they are loud fireworks, those. They're like proper professional grade stuff. Massive, massive stuff. In here somewhere. God knows where. Ugh. Funcom was lazy. I don't know. It's only lazy. It only gets viewed as lazy when somebody else takes what you did and does something new with it. And then you who did it originally is like suddenly you're lazy. Because you didn't do the thing they developed on top of what you did. It's easy to lay that accusation at someone that's, you know, one of the first at doing something. And it looked like pastel armor. I thought it looked really cool. I still think it looks really cool. I like Azur's. I think it's a good looking set of armor. Will I ever find the screenshot? Probably won't. You've got so many. Oh yeah, the trader class armor looks amazing. I am a mushroom. Yep. Oh, come on, you got to be in here somewhere for the old days. Oh, mind you, I might have lost that screenshot. I'll have it in a cloud somewhere online, but where it is right now, I do not know. I know I've posted it on Discord before, so it'll be on there somewhere, on their servers. I'm sure it's on Facebook as well, so... No, can't find it. Yeah, it's an old one of... oh, I found it! I found it! Found it! Yay! There we go. There's an old screen from Tara. And though that's not... There was no boxing back then. You know. Wasn't kink an Australian. And still is. Yeah, he is. He's an Aussie. Yeah, it is super old, yeah. You can see Wolf and Kink and, you know, everyone there. And the Sister Guild, which was... I forget now. Wiseman has followed. Thank you very much for the follow. People, you don't like Azure. I do. Personal choice. You like it or you don't. I always liked it. I always thought the goat helmet with Azure and the Noten tank always looked really good. He won some gaming contest. Yeah, probably. Sounds like King. Do you know what colour Azure armour is? It's azure. Azure is a colour. Describe Azure armour. Sort of does it for you. Azure is a colour. It's also a lot of other things, but it is in fact a colour as well. You buy, if you go to an art shop and ask for Azure oil, you'll get a tube of Azure oil paint. It's a shade of blue. Yeah, Azure's much more blue than it's green. Depends on your colour vision though, how good it is. And when you're looking at it on a computer, it depends how well calibrated that monitor is. Like I'm looking in 10-bit colour. So, yeah. Another example of Funcom being lazy. If you want to find a stream to sit there knocking a company that keeps a 20-year-old game running, and I love that game, go ahead. But me liking things you don't like doesn't mean anything. What's your favourite ice cream then? Some people like bubblegum flavour, some people like Rocky Road, some people like chocolate, some like vanilla. You know, doesn't mean anything. It's personal taste, isn't it? A robust backpack looks like every other backpack, only bigger. And it isn't laziness, it's being smart and saving resources. Introduce new stats and new items without all the extra development costs of designing it. Just use what you've already got. I mean, look how many reused icons we've got. You want to talk about a company being lazy, talk about Bethesda. You guys hear all the, yeah. I don't know if you caught that. That was that was a hell of a lot of fireworks all going off. It actually sounds more like mortar fire. It was going off that much. Yeah, it could have done. That's not Bethesda. Bethesda made Fallout 76, Skyrim, and all the other stuff. Well, they didn't make Fallout. They made Fallout games. They didn't invent it. No, Elder Scrolls Online is run by a different company within Bethesda. Well, it was... yeah, a lot of people think it's all one thing. It's not. Totally different company. They're not affiliated. They've nothing to do with Fallout 76 or Skyrim or anything like it, except that it borrows a lot of the Elder Scrolls stuff for it. No, those are the official council fireworks over on the end of the pier, usually. Yeah, because Fallout 76 was such a great game. Have you watched the fall of 76? Good God. Oh my God, their attitude was literally disgusting. I still play Bethesda games, but I play them because they can be modded. Try playing Skyrim without any mods. Oh my God. It's terrible. The UI is just ridiculously bad. Same with Fallout 4. The game barely runs and crashes constantly unless you've got like the unofficial patch, which isn't made by Bethesda. That's made by modders. That's the one redeeming quality and reason for the longevity of their games is mods, and they know that. Yeah, ESO was made by ZeniMax, who formerly owned Bethesda, who are actually a publishing company. So, yeah. It's ZeniMax is doing that. The population is still... even when they offered it for free for a week, I didn't play it. Wonder Woman is married to the actress who plays the new Wonder Woman. Wow. fair dues. Yeah, watch The Fall of 76. Oh my god, it's comical. And it's entirely factual as well. Linda Carter. Oh, the original Wonder Woman. The OG Wonder Woman, yeah. Yeah, I remember her. I remember her doing the spinny thing to change. The invisible plane. There's a guy called on YouTube, he's an Australian, I think, called Stam Fine. He could be a New Zealander, and if he ever hears this, will shoot me or something. But he goes over the old, like, 70s and 80s movies and TV shows we had, so he's covered, like, The $6 Million Man, The Bionic Woman as well, you know, old seasons of Doctor Who and stuff like that, but he did one with Wonder Woman as well. It's really good. He's quite funny. I mean, he's being quite ironic in a lot of his stuff. But, like, on the more modern stuff, Internet Historian is just superb. And the way he puts his videos together is just brilliant. It really is. So there you go. You liked Fallout 76. I thought I didn't want to touch it with a barge pole. An unmoddable BSG game. Oh my god. That's bad. And then it's always online, and then people jumping in and out of other people's accounts and deleting characters. Oh, the list is exhaustive. You know, I wouldn't be able to stream long enough and tell you all the things that went wrong in that game. It's just ridiculous. They weren't ready to do it. It wasn't ready for release, and it's only just forgivable now. But yeah, they offered it, I think it was at one point, not last year, like 2019 or whatever, they said, free week to anyone, you want to play it for free, and I just went, yeah, nah. You haven't played much survival games, have you, Kalos? How do you know? Yeah, you can try and make excuses for Fallout 76, but they'll never stick. It's an absolute unmitigating disaster. And it really hasn't redeemed itself. It did more harm to the company than anything else. They created it so it would make ZeniMax could sell their company to Microsoft. Oh, and we have this, and we have this, and have this on our books, and we have a live service game as well, because everyone's doing live service, but they were like 2 years after the whole live service thing lost, you know, kind of went off the boil. Theirs was ready, inverted commas. Theirs was released, and it's not what they're good at. Not at all. We'll see what happens now that Microsoft owns all of it, and they own Obsidian, who created Fallout in the first place. Do you remember the AO launch? It was one of the worst launches ever, but we still... I was in the beta, it was even worse then. But there was so much good stuff within the game, it offset it. Like, I enjoyed Cyberpunk. A lot of people hated it, but the thing was, the hype around Cyberpunk was way too high for anything, and I never expected it to be anything like as good as the hype that was around the game thought it was going to be. You know, I thought it'll be about as good as maybe one of the Deus Ex games if we're lucky, and it was. It had some bugs, it was alright. There was mods out within a couple of weeks that fixed half of them, and then they patched a load more out, and I'm playing on potato mode here, you know. I still enjoyed it. AO, yeah, we couldn't get out of the backyards. That's still a bit glitchy even now. Every game I've tried after AO, it's always the same. It was like, okay, right, I leveled. Let's get the skill sorted out. Oh, like I tried WoW for about an hour and went, this is dog mess. I hate this. 56k. Yeah, we had half meg. We had 500 kilobytes internet connection at the time, but it was DSL, which was something. You know what I mean? It was a digital connection. But yeah, I remember that. But I remember the ridiculous amounts of ping. Yeah, it got better with ADSL. Yeah. And that's how I got into the beta. It was two of my friends had started the beta and were really keen on it. And they said, look, the beta's coming. Can you download it? Because you've got ADSL. And they were still on dial-up. So I was like, yeah, I'll download it. It took like a whole evening trying to download it. It was the same with Windows XP. I had 3 friends came round. We were on an IRC channel somewhere, or a Telnet channel or something, and managed to get a download link and then burned off a bunch of CDs for each other so we could have a play at the latest, XP release. The pre-release version, which was exactly the same as the release version. Remember doing that as well. I'm being quite impressed by XP at the time as well. It was much better once I got the 64-bit version and a dual-core Athlon. I thought it was amazing. Oh, when they got rid of hot swapping implants, my God, you could go nuts then. Checked my temperature, still a bit sick. So it seems like I'm not going to be in work tomorrow. Oh dear. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, we all like different things, but, I defended Cyberpunk. I said, actually, I really enjoyed the story. I've done 3 playthroughs now, And yeah, they're not massively different. I could see the scope of some of the things they were wanting to do within the game itself, and they just never quite got there and had to sort of abandon them at a certain point, and you could see that in the game. But I still enjoyed it. You could get a quality 200 beam on an EMP at level 100, yeah, back then. Yeah, when you could hot swap implants, you could go nuts. You were in quality 200 implants at almost any level once you figured laddering out. Yeah, there was a time when Challenger, instead of just increasing your attack rating by whatever value, 60, 100, whatever, also increased your weapon skills as well and stacked with a wrangle. That used to be nuts. I also remember the old classic forum posts like Enforcer is the nerfiest prof. I think it was Enforcer is the nerfiest prof or something. It was really funny. Yeah, you could stack all kinds of things. People deliberately do it now though and put on 15 token, 500 token boards or whatever, and then ding AI 30 in 2 minutes. It's just walking around at level 1 with, nearly 1 million HP and... I mean, that's like getting gratification from playing a game and the first thing you do is go tilde key, God mode, or TGM, or whatever the code is, It's like, if that's your bag, okay, but no, it's not for me. Yeah, we were quite lucky. We got year 2000. They gave us DSL here, but a lot of the political parties used to have their conferences in the, like the local big theatre place, and I think it had to do with them kind of saying, "Oh, we should have that here," and it got done. And then suddenly we had, BT and every, I think at the time it was BT, AOL, a company called FreeServe. I don't know if you remember them. A couple of others all posting their CDs through your door going, sign up with us. And it was nuts. Teams 5, 6. Okay, I'm in team 1, so I'm okay, I think. Your inventory was a mess. My inventory's a mess every time I log in. No two ways about it. I make no excuses. It always is. Yeah, that was it. Net Zeros. That was Scott, wasn't it? Was it that Scott's one? Net Zero? Or something like that. They had a similar version over here in the UK for dial-up at the time, and it was called Mad as a Fish. One-time payment. You know, and that was it. You didn't have to pay for the call, and you didn't have to pay for data. Didn't last, but, you know, Mad as a Fish internet. I remember them. Yeah, I can't remember what Scott's company was called off the top of my head. But it was a very cool thing he was trying to do. Like even on like on Kalos 2 now, I've still got bags in his bank that have, you know, the blue circle. It's like a blue blob with a question mark in it for items that he's had for that long they don't even exist in the database anymore. He's still walking around with them. Little leaflets with "You have just made a mistake" from the amnesty, if you remember the amnesty in 2001. I don't know what they were. Yeah, if you did a mission and it had sided mobs in it and they were the, you know, like your clan you kill an Omni mob, your Omni you kill a clan mob or whatever inside the mission, quite often during the amnesty they would drop a little leaflet and it said, "You have just made a mistake. Please take this leaflet and buy a, you know, side chain." I just had to delete them. Oh yeah. Oh, the blue blob with the yeah, I have no idea what they used to be. I had some pistols on my original Toon, which isn't actually Kalos 2, even though he was born in 2001. He was my first re-roll. You know, when you get, before we had IPRs and all the rest of it, if you screwed your character up, it was screwed. That was it. There was no coming back. It was just done. Like now, you could do anything with the character and it would still be okay, you know. You could get it to work. I mean, with a complete IPR, you can undo everything wrong, you know, but you couldn't back then, so it was more common people would re-roll, and that's when numbers in names started to become more common, which is why Kalos 2 is Kalos 2, because he's Kalos the second. The first Kalos is deleted, he's gone. But oh my god, he was terrible. Really was. He was, you know, kind of the learning, he was the prototype, if you know what I mean. Tell HodorRaid. Callers. We are north. Okay. Yeah, I think I want it in that slot. Rider Executioners. I remember those, yeah. Wasn't the one that was heavy weapons and, oh no, melee energy and one-hand edged or something like that? Yeah, and then the Queen Blade became the thing, and then the upgraded Queen Blade became the thing. I remember all that. Just one-hand edged and fast attack, yeah. It is, yeah, incredibly slow, yeah. It was considered that, you know, like the one to get. It looked great and it was massive and all that, but yeah, God, it was slow. Like 6 seconds recharge or something ridiculous. I don't like. I prefer weapons that hit, you know, up for a little less but hit faster. I always prefer that, especially in raids, because you feel like you've hardly hit anything, you know. Yeah, that was it. Chem and poison were usually the weak slots in most armour. I remember AO having a weight limit. I remember being able to put backpacks inside backpacks as well. And you could hide the weight limit by filling a backpack with your other backpacks. That was pretty cool. When they undid that, and suddenly you had like a ton of stuff in your inventory. Yeah, everything was either melee or projectile damage. Full damage, yeah, remember that? I remember spending ages trying to kill one of my toons with it. They got rid of it after Shadowlands because people kept falling from Shadowlands. Yeah, because it wasn't finished when it was released. They'd only got as far as like Nascence, Elysium and Sheol were about the only zones that were completed. And then Adonis, Penumbra and Inferno were just completely not finished. Unyalm and Die, yeah. Well, do you remember that time that the Newland grid was like right at the top of the skybox? So if you gridded to Newland, you just fell to the ground and died, unless you entered the grid inside a Yalm or something. I can remember that being a thing for a couple of days till it was fixed. I remember if you zoned over water in a Yalm, you would drop on top of the water and be stuck in swimming mode. And you couldn't unequip your Yalm or do anything, and then the fish in the water would attack and kill you. When Newland Lake used to be full of vicious little fish, like piranha, it's like, no! You were well hard if you could swim across Newland Lake without dying. Athens had the sharks. You know why they got rid of the sharks? Because someone figured out they could outrange the melee damage the sharks had. That the sharks couldn't leave the water, so they could just stand there with a little lobby, getting loads of XP, killing one shark after the other. That was nuts. Oh, and then the sharks vanished. That was a shame, because that was quite fun. Oh, the memories. That's it, 20 years of the game. Memories that you can go back to. It's staggering, really. I remember Ziggs. Remember the little Zig spiders would give XP, so you used to keep the mob alive and just keep killing the Ziggs for extra AI XP. I remember doing that. So people would do a city raid and just keep the mob that was spawning the Ziggs, whatever it was. And they would root that, and then, or Mongo all the Ziggs, root the boss, kill all the Ziggs, and then go back and it'd spawn more. So then to fix it, they just got rid of the XP on the Ziggs. I would like authorization to enter Sector 42. Here you are. Has my authorization. My authorization. I accept the mission. Please give me access. And goodbye. If you don't click everything, it fluffs up and you're locked out. You don't have access, but you've accepted it and you're locked out for 4 hours and you can't talk to him again and get it. Hey! What could go wrong? Alright, proc reminder to myself. There we go. Used to team on top of the Newland buildings. I remember that. I remember the Wampers in Fair Trade being on top of the Fair Trade building in the middle of the waterways. I actually preferred them there. And they moved them because they thought it would save lag. And it's like, no, the reason everyone's there is it's an access point and there's a shop. That's why everyone's there. And then Tia would crash regularly from pure whatever. Oh, I haven't joined raid. That was foolish. You are already in the raid. Oh, right, and did it manually. No, we're not in a fight. Yeah, that's why we ended up with a grid exit outside of Tier, so people would, you know, to try and alleviate the lag. But Old Athen then was just, there was no shops, there was no nothing, it was just a bombed out city location that you got missions to occasionally in the derelict buildings. And then it got rebuilt. And everyone went, oh, this is quite nice, all the shops are in a neat straight line and, you know, rather than all over the place like they were in Tier. Slowly but surely it became the clan hub. You know, they used to have the toxic water in the waterways in Tier. And they role-played the story of it being cleaned up. But now it's a shocking colour of blue on the new engine and looks like regular water on the old engine. It's a weird shade of blue, though. It looks like that's stuff that used to end up in toilets. They used to put like some big blue circle thing went in the cistern and it just... That was weird. Dust Brigade Special Ops Helmet 2 billion. Please send tell. They are quite nice, those. For the extra crit, etc. I wouldn't have thought 2 billion for that, though. But, hey. Maybe it's a rarer drop than I think. Yeah, on this tune, it doesn't matter if you give me meaningless buffs that I don't really need. Mainly because, you know, they've already got like 1746 NCU. Which is absurd, but yeah. Considering how many trucks has been urinating in that water, it's no wonder Wounder they put some of the same stuff, yeah. I don't know if you ever remember it. I think it was called Blue, but spelled B-L-U. Blue Lou or something like that. It was a big thing in the 70s. Your toilet's clean if it's got this in it. It was horrible. It was like going in the little pool at the swimming baths. You knew that that slight yellow tinge of the water wasn't all chemicals. There was... The little ones in the armbands maybe had a little accident here or there. And let's not forget the opened Mars bar bobbing along. Blue Lou, yep, my nan used to use it. I'm sure it was called something like that, yeah. I can remember it. God, weird being old, innit? You remember stuff and you tell people and they go, what? There's no way that ever happened. You're like, yeah, it did. It's warm and cozy in those cocoons. A link to a video, this channel, something. Okay. Not gonna look at that right now at the beginning of a Sector 42 raid. What did they say we were? Are we north? I think we're north, aren't we? Not sure. We're a good solid size for just one side, though. Should be okay. I think Daylights is maybe still driving the car, or he may have slipped out somewhere. Don't know. Hopefully he's fine. Apparently we're not attacking these. I'm using the macro. Target is not in fight. Maybe that's in the wrong spot and needs to be there. That'll be what it is. People used to use those blue tabs in tanks in America. 2,000 flushes to... yeah, he got rid of everything. It kills your backup water supply if it gets shut off. Oh dear. I don't know. Never had the pleasure. Right, we're north or east. Not worried. Follow everybody else. As you do. Waiting for all my dots to catch up. I'm looking at my dots. I'm alright as long as we get as far as the middle and I can just follow the blobs. I'm sure this was supposed to be in that slot. Yeah, it is. I was trying to remember which bloody key I'd hotkeyed to it. It's been a whole week, you know, since I used this character. Oh no, I did in a raid anyway. Yeah, I used them trying to farm eel. Or successfully farming eel, but not actually getting the drop I wanted. Just saying yeah. Have you clean in an emergency? Yeah, you do not want to drink it when it's had that blue stuff in it. Might as well drink Drano or something. You know, you just not a good plan at all. Yeah, in the UK, the water that's piped into your toilets, etc., is the same as your drinking water. It's one of the few countries in the world that do that. That flush their drinking water. A lot of other countries have a different water supply for that. But I can sort of see the logic for it. But yeah, most of the countries don't. They have water for washing with, water for, you know, toilets and such, and then drinking water. It's a lot more plumbing to take care of though. And get it wrong and yeah, you're going to be pretty poorly. toilet water is. Yeah, it's coming up the same pipeline. Yeah. Not everybody has that. We just take it as normal. So, you know, but most other countries, you absolutely would not drink the water in the kitchen sink. You just wouldn't do it, you know. You have different grades of water. You say that as I've just made a cup of coffee. Yeah, well, our drinking waters are what. That's it. We've got the only water we have plumbed into anywhere in the UK is the same. You bathe in the water that you drink. I mean, in one sense, there's not going to be anything unexpected in that water that's going to affect your skin or your hair or everything. Hopefully. Depends on the area. Like when I lived in London, my God, they had hard water in that area. Life expectancy of a kettle there was like, 2 months and you were after a new kettle. Or trying to, get all the lime scale out of the other one. It didn't half make your hair frizzy as well. Yeah, we don't have, where I live, there's no fluoride in the water. Thankfully, otherwise, yeah, we would be using filters. No thanks, you can keep your, your fluoride. Thank you very much. Not having it. Yeah, it's not one massive network of water, it's usually quite localised. Mike, the unit has followed. Thank you very much for the follow. Calcifies your pineal gland, yeah. And a lot of other stuff. Sky Cannon just had my Chinese delivered. Nice! I do like Chinese food, but I tend to favour Thai more. But you can't beat a really good chicken fried rice. I know that's such a boring dish, but I really like it. Especially from a proper restaurant or whatever. Like, if you can get the chicken fried rice right, then everything else should be fine. Cantonese, quite like. Really good chicken fried. Yeah, I can just eat it for like, just nom 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 nom. Till I literally start feeling, like, oh God, I've eaten too much. I literally feel overfull. But I just carry on. I can't help it. It is one of my faves. I'm not keen on black bean sauce and stuff like that, but, everyone likes different things. That's cool. Well, we got here pretty quick. Clicky muck click. And it's definitely in the NCU, so all good. Got sweet and sour. I'm not a big fan of sweet and sour. I don't like sweet, I think, is the thing. That's the thing I don't like. I'm not keen on sugary stuff. Never have been. All my friends are like, ooh, yummy yummy sweets made of sugar. I always look like, take it. Just me. Salty and sour I kind of like. God knows why. Just do. Still waiting for bloody procs to fire at the moment. north is the funny waiting around the rock one, isn't it? Because once we get here, there's not a lot for the keeper to do apart from the boss. In between that is standing around a bit on melee tunes. It's one of the nearest for the tower, though. Ranged kill tower. While they kill tower, I'm gonna get water. All this talking about drinking water and now I'm thirsty. We just stand here and wish we could hit it. Or, you know, have a little lie down. How are we doing on the tower? Oh, going great guns. All looks good. This is what we like. Blob on me. We blobbing. Here come the boss. These freaky little front legs. It's the gene splicer. I can remember trying out at the time, a brand new, you know, in its beta stages MMO, where you did have player collision. Oh my god, the griefing that went on. Was it Lineage 2 or something like that? A bunch of players playing orcs all stood at the exit and entrance gates to like some sort of town or something. And they all stood like right up against each other's shoulders. No one could get in and out. It was bloody hilarious. But yeah, that kind of proved to be a bit of a problem. think it was Lineage 2. There was another one where all the missions had this big chrome-like arrow thing that directed you, like floated about there on the screen and pointed you in the right direction, and that had line of sight as well. So someone being chased by guards would come running up and stand behind you, and then the NPC guard would just shoot straight at them, even though there was a player in the way, and the player would get killed. There was a lot of griefing in that as well. The lack of player collision in AO is great. Because it can be misused rather badly. What level are the vectors in here? 250. Yeah, so they're about the same, but I think they do definitely hit harder here than they do, say, in Sector 13 or whatever. Oh, the lobby. Bit of lag. Just enough to get you worried before it goes. Yeah, I haven't done East for quite a while on any of my characters. Kill the support sentries. Yes, we're killing them. Because otherwise they just keep healing him. Yes, I need to invest in better headphones, I think. Or just some new ones. These are very good, very accurate headphones, but they're old and they make my ears itch. After streaming for like 3 hours or whatever, it starts to become kind of like, I need a break. Back on the gene splicer. Kill him. Kill him with fire. I think the official fireworks are now done, which is good. Pre-killing tower. Oh, and a few stragglers. There's always a few stragglers. Action probability estimator. I wouldn't mind that, actually. But that's not us, is it? Oh, it would be, yeah. 'Cause it's this mob. Nah, you know what? I'm just save the points. Get a ACDC for another tune. Why is that sword an action on your hotbar? Because it's not. You mean this one here? Righteous Wraith. See there, it's an action. What that is, for keepers, they get 2 of them. It's a nano you cast. I'll show you now. See there? Wraith. Which is a nano. When you cast it, it puts that in your actions window. And you activate it from there. Righteous Wraith. Doesn't do a lot. But, you know. It's another hit. Yeah, it's a weird thing that keepers have. More little lads turning up. Where do they come from? Boss has been down for ages. But yeah, I know it is weird. You'll probably... I mean, it doesn't do much. It really doesn't. The faith of the keeper is such that they can unleash a devastating sword attack. It's just another special. So, you know. What's the one you use for the belt? Is it this? Can't remember now. Is it that? Or you know what? It doesn't matter. Save the points. I mean, I know I bid and won a thingy. Oh, is it the helmet? Yeah. Yeah, I've already had one on this tune. I think that's what they're wearing. Yeah, Cilium's combined mercenaries headwear. So it's the slightly upgraded version. It is nice though. I can never remember which piece does what. And I wasn't going to bid against, you know, for something I'm not that bothered about. Yeah, I can't remember. It's not the gene splicer. It's the one when you do a Sector 28 and you make that ability belt out of it. That's actually really good. Scary times. Wait for everybody to be ready now. Take the tower down. Took a while to figure this crap out though. Back in the day, oh my god. We'll kite clockwise, okay. You dead, sucker. Okay. Mouse found its way onto the chat bar. Out of range for me. Not in Alliance chat, right. I'm looking forward to my dinner. Get ready for the countdown. He's ready. Yeah, it's a weird attack that. It only works while Wraith itself is running. Unhallowed Wraith. No, Righteous Wraith if you're clan, and Unhallowed Wraith if you're Omni. I think you've got to go on AO items to find out exactly how much damage it does, or just keep an eye on the system spam. It hits reasonably hard when you get it. Wrath, not Wraith. Is it Wrath? Probably is. I've probably got it wrong. Yep, there's no I. Wrath. What if you make a neutral keeper? I don't know. I don't know. Ask Savik. Her keeper's neutral, I think. Or is it Omni? Might be Omni. Now we move. Now we have things to do. And pull the big boss. I have a 213 keeper. You don't get it. Yeah, so it's literally got to be neutral or clan. Wow. Because you get the Lobie one. One of them's from Corporal Ashley Winstead, isn't it? It's from doing his quest. But it is sided. Right, okay. Those things are always a pain in the arse. Heavy patroller. Go away. We don't like you. There's a boss there, but there's also a patroller there. Here comes Ugly. Bring it down. Okay, I'm seeing some Seekers, but you know, I've become desensitized to bloody Seekers now. I'm there recasting Ward and hope for the best. You survive one hit at least. Kex Med Hex is now following. Thank you for the follow. Kex Med Head, yo idiot. Delete message or ban? I have 3 accounts on, so you better enable them or else. What? You on the right stream, my dude? Who are you? Who is it you think you're threatening? You, okay. Goodbye! Goodbye! No idea what that guy was on about. Never mind. That was a bit rude, wasn't it? Something blah blah, I've come to spam you with childish abuse. Well done. Good job. Goodbye. Yay, it's down. You are the founder of AO? What? What the hell he was on about? Did he think I owned the game or something? And his accounts are banned or something? I've got no idea. It was weird. We get them sometimes. You have 50 seconds to bid on something you can't use on this character. Because I've already got an AC/DC, so... Drawden, welcome to the stream. Well, I wonder if they will come in on another account. We'll get banned again then, won't they? Don't really care. You want to come on here and we can have a discussion. We can have a heated discussion even, and I'm fine with it. Come on and start hurling abuse like instantaneously and, and being weird. Then, yeah, bye. Yeah, it's a community. I mean, a lot of, you know, some people roleplay a little too hard, maybe. You know, it's like me and Soto Mahoney. You know, it's like, he's constantly like, oh, evil clan filthy, don't wash. And, you know, but it's all kind of fun. What's this one? Alien AI Matrix. Thank you for the follow. Redeemed hydrate for 100. Thank you, I will. I have some water. Overpar. Omni is always your friend. Evil corporations! Yeah, we just have fun with it, you know. I go to his roleplay events and all the rest of it. They're great. You know, it's fun. And I know too many people who play Omni and like them to have a problem. I mean, the truth is, when you get to know people that play Omni, it turns out they're pretty much exactly like you and your friends are. You know, it's just, yeah, you know. Yeah, Shelby's wonderful. She's lovely, donated a bunch of subs to the channel and everything else. Really nice when she's on the streams and everything else. You know, she plays an Omni character. I don't care. You know? When you watch any of the previous streams, you'll see a ton of, like, all the PVM stuff we do, and you know, it's like mixed team. Whomever gave you the sub, it should tell you, but it could have been Shelby Enfo, Mardonge, or possibly Spa 2112. I may have been drinking beer and missed it. Yeah, you probably did, because it would have happened yesterday. So, quite possibly. Don't die, Hoot. No, Hoot, no. Lay on hands. No one's healing Hoot. The raid's over, but, you know, even so. I will use my meager little heals to try. I was so tired yesterday, I just leached XP and AI. Well, people do, it's okay. We kind of know. We kind of know. Oh, we got a beacon out, have we? We got a beacon out. Okay, fair enough. Okay. AO4 raid and cat wrangling. Poof. Hey. And the meep as well. Yay. Okay, let's go and park the keeper back at the old hangout. Right, there we go. We're doing that. Is anybody else streaming a bit of Anarchy Online at the moment? Is the burning question. Let's go and have a look. Got me. Anarchy Wolf's Lair. That's not Anarchy Online. Pony Is Ponyata the one that Ninja looted it? Yeah, okay. Let's not go there then. Gut Boy TV is he playing? Is he AFK? Last time I looked, he was AFK. Okay, I'm gonna. It is. Well, let's not send any accidental drama or create any more than, you know. I can't tell if he's AFK or not because I've got stuck with an advert. I'm just looking now. We'll find out in a second, I think. Come on, Netflix ad. I've already got Netflix. You can't buy more Netflix. Or can you? I don't know. It says live, but we've got a black screen. Is he? I don't know. Oh, no, it's in. He's doing... Yeah, he is playing. Okay, cool. Right, okay. We're going to go raid Gutboy TV. Go say hi. He's still streaming AO. It looks like he's farming or doing the daily in the Mantis Cave. I will be back tomorrow, everyone, for whatever. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, folks. Bye for now.